'cause I'm a fool for your love.
Okay, so first things first, I'm just blending out my eyeshadow base. I use the Louise Eyeshadow base in Rumor 1. For a look like this, you're going to want to be using a really tacky eyeshadow base so you get a lot of pigment. And then I'm going to be taking the James Charles palette. I know people have their feelings on him. I personally don't really follow him. I never really have. I just genuinely like the palette that he made. And I do respect him as an artist. I think he is good at doing makeup. But yeah, I'm not like a huge James Charles fan. I just like the eyeshadow palette. So don't hate me. But I'm just taking that fuchsia color and I'm going to be packing that into the crease area and really just making sure I'm getting the pigmentation and then worrying about blending a little bit later. I just want to get that color on in the crease. So I kind of do a mixture of patting and sweeping motions to really get that color on there. And then I'm going to be taking this really beautiful orange shade from the palette and just packing that above the purple. And for this, I switched to a smaller brush and I just kind of pat it around the edges to start blending out that color. Now with a fluffier brush, I'm just going to take the lighter orange and I'm just going to start patting that up towards the brow bone. And as you can see, everything's starting to come together and we're getting this really beautiful like sunset gradient blend. So yeah, I'm just using a bigger brush for this because I want it to be a little bit more diffused since we're going up towards the brow. You don't want the lines to be really harsh. And then I'm going back in with the fuchsia color just to make sure that we didn't lose any of the pigmentation while we were blending each shade. Then I'm going to take the P. Louise eyeshadow base again and I'm going to cut my lid. I'm going to do like a half cut crease. Make sure when doing this you bring it above any creases in your lids. Above your hooded lid, that way nothing transfers. Now for the inner corner, I'm going to be mixing that yellow with like the pale yellow in the middle, and I'm just going to be patting that on the inner corner with a brush, really making sure that I'm getting the whole area that we applied the P. Louise base. I actually went in with a much smaller brush just to make sure I got right up to the very end of the base in the crease area, and then I'm taking that orange shade and just kind of blending it into the yellow. And then I'm going to leave a little space for the end. That's what I was talking about. I just took this little brush to make sure I got into that area. But anyways, I'm going to take this purple and I'm just going to pack that on the outer corner. By the way, if you're wondering why I put translucent powder on the outer corner of my eye, it's just to catch any fallout. Since I did already have my face makeup on, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to ruin it with all this colorful eyeshadow. So that's a little tip. If you're doing your eyes after your foundation, you could always apply a little bit of translucent powder underneath your eyes and it will catch any fallout and then you could just dust it away. Now taking the Suva Beauty Hydra liner, I'm going to do a nice wing. This liner needs to be activated by water. I do not remember the name of the shade. I will link it down below though. It is a really beautiful like teal, like a dark teal blue. Now for the inner corner highlight, I'm just going to take that beautiful champagne shade from the palette and I'm just going to apply that on the inner corner pretty generously. I just wanted to kind of brighten up the inner corner of the eyes. Then taking a black eyeliner, I'm just going to apply that in my waterline and then I'm going to blend it out with this really beautiful blue shade. I did bring the black onto the lash line as well because I wanted a dark base. But yeah, I'm just going to take that blue and just layer it on top and then I'm going to take the fuchsia shade and blend everything out. Here I was just taking the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Fair and just applying it on the center of my face and underneath my eyes just to brighten up that area. And then I'm taking the MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer just to add a little bit of color to my face, especially when you have a very dramatic look to on your eyes. You definitely want to make sure you balance everything out with your face makeup and add some bronzer and blush just so you don't look washed out. And then I'm going to take the blush by Milani called Coralista, I believe. It's just a beautiful coral shimmery shade, and I'm just going to apply that on my cheekbones. And yeah, I go pretty generous with the blush and bronzer lately because I just really love the way blush brings my face to life. Also, my skin tends to eat up blush. Like, it just fades so fast. So I always apply a little bit extra. Now I'm taking this palette by BH Cosmetics, which I don't believe is available anymore, but I'm just highlighting with it. It is a really beautiful, just like champagne highlighter, but you could use any highlighter you like, and I just apply that throughout the high points of my face. Taking the lip liner Nude Truffle by NYX, I'm just going to overline my lips. This is a great lip liner to overline with. It is like a cool tone brown, and I don't know, it looks really good when you overline with this opposed to some other ones because other lip liners can be really obvious. And then I'm taking the Maybelline lipstick in Nude Embrace and Bare It All, which are two of my staple nude lipsticks that I reach for quite often. And then I'm just topping it off with like a clear gloss. And that is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. And yeah, see you next time.
I'm a fool for your love.